الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيد المرسلين وعلى آله وصحابته أجمعين أما بعد سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم سبحانك لا فهم لنا إلا ما فهمتنا إنك أنت الجواد الكريم والرب زدني علما. قال الإمام النووي رحمه الله تبارك وتعالى ونفعنا بعلومه في الدارين. قال وعن ميمون بن أبي الشبيب رحمه الله تبارك وتعالى أن عائشة رضي الله عنها مر بها سائل فأعطته كسرة ومر بها رجل عليه ثياب وهيئة فأقعدته فأكل فقيل لها في ذلك فقالت قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أنزل الناس منازلهم. رواه أبو داود لكن قال ميمون لم يدرك عائشة. وقد ذكره مسلم في أول صحيحه تعليقا فقال وذكر عن عائشة رضي الله عنها أنها قالت أمرنا رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أن ننزل الناس منازلهم. وذكره الحاكم أبو عبد الله في كتابه معرفة علوم الحديث وقال هو حديث صحيح. So continuing with the chapter of honoring and giving the proper and due respect to the scholars, the elders, and the people of position. So here, Maimun ibn Abi Shabib narrates that Aisha radiallahu anha happened to be somewhere, or perhaps she was in her place and someone came by, a sa'il, person who was begging, beggar. And of course, Aisha radiallahu ta'ala anha was well known for sakhawa, for generosity, and she would give, this as a person who fears not poverty. So anyway, a poor beggar came by, and so she happened to have a piece of bread, and she gave it to him. Another fellow happened to pass by, and he was looking to be someone of more status and someone of higher, higher up on the social echelon, as it were. So she had him to sit down actually and fed him properly, and then he left. So people asked her, what was that? I mean, this fellow, you just gave him a piece of bread, and this fellow, you gave him a full meal, So she mentioned that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that Anzil an-nas manazilahum. It basically means you entertain the people according to their status. And this is also mentioned in the beginning of the Sahih Muslim, the very famous compilation of Imam Muslim. He has a very important seminal work, actually, one of the earliest works of the sciences of hadith, some of the technical terms and some of the technology, as it were, that's used to decipher the credibility of hadith. And he mentions this hadith as well in regards, he uses it in regards to sorting out the narrators. Those who are of a high status, we give them the high status, and there you'll find them, the narrators in Bukhari and Muslim and the like. And there are other narrators who their status is not such, and they should be treated and so forth. So, what do we understand from that? So, just as this is a religion of human nature, Islam, it doesn't deny human nature. It gives, the nature and the society, the norms of society, it gives credence to that. And so, Nabi alayhi salatu also, we will see, certain people he would give them something, some people he wouldn't give them anything. New people who came into Islam from the chieftains of Quraysh, he would give them 100 camels and a whole valley full of sheep, and so what was that? So dunya is cheap. Dunya you give, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala himself gives dunya to whom he loves and whom he doesn't love. In fact, it seems that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's way is that he gives more dunya to the people that he doesn't love, because it's just to carry them farther off the track and get them more engrossed, and then death overtakes them and they are in total negligence. So, similarly, in our dealing with people, we deal with people according to their status and according to their position. It doesn't mean that that status and position is their status and position with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's how the social norms go. That's fine. That's how it is in the social world. But in the world of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, as he mentions, Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam, ruba ashatha aghbar la aqsama ala Allah la barra. There are such individuals, dusty headed, dusty clothed, disheveled hair, nobody pays much attention, but fur'un anil abwab. If they knock on somebody's door, they see who that is, get lost. Right? However, people don't know that this individual has a connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If he says, "Oh Allah, do this for me," Allah does it. So that's actually what really has, the real value. And so, dealing with people according to their status, their worldly statuses, is a social norm which is also acknowledged in Islam, but it is not a criteria for the actual position of human beings. Inna akramakum indallahi atqakum. Your position with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is according to your level of